What's up, Carl?
Hey.
So, I noticed you have a Mini here.
Oh, that followed me all the way here. I couldn't shake the guy.
Oh man, it must have been attached to your vehicle or something like that. What year is your Mini?
Legally a 1976.
Okay.
Technically a 1994.
That's fancy. How'd that happen?
They made it work.
Jedi powers.
Yes, Jedi powers to get a 94 shipped to a 76.
What?
It's named Oliver after Richard Hemmings Oliver. He had an Opel Cadet that they drove across Africa.
Oh yeah, the special.
Yeah, one of their specials.
Yes.
I like the name. It's very Englishish. So I thought, that's kind of a cool name. So I went with Oliver.
Good call.
And it's been fantastic since I've had the car. I've had a couple little issues, but no major engine blow-ups or anything like that. So
Just as reliable as a Honda Civic.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, 1975 one.
A CVCC.
Yeah. The old ones. No, it's been an awesome car. I love it.
Awesome. Thank you. What's up, Ben? I see you got Humphrey here.
I do.
Let me open up to the wide angle here, since it's a wagon.
Right. Needs a lot of room.
Yeah.
It's a big car.
Very big, full body. Competes
Right.
with a 7 Series.
Right. Horrible gas mileage.
Yep. What year is Humphrey?
Humphrey is a 67, which makes him, actually this car is barely a Mark II
Okay.
because of when it was built. And I've had the honor of owning this car twice.
That's right.
So he's kind of special, and there better not be a third time. So he has lived in Pennsylvania, Tennessee, New York, Alaska, Washington, and who knows where he'll end up next. He's kind of a world traveler.
Yeah.
Texas, I think, for a while. And this was my second Mini. It was Glennie's first, which makes it kind of special to her. She'd never had one before. And we bought him up in Alaska. I drove down the Alcan Highway with him strapped down under a trailer. A couple of years ago, we had a situation placed before us where we either said it's not our problem, which is not really our way, or we got to do something. We had to kind of do an emergency adoption, and I didn't have the money. It was thousands. So we were kind of sad. We sold this little guy to get the money to pay for it, and then lo and behold, he came up for sale a few years later in New York, and we bought him back. So here he is.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, special car. He's my prettiest. I've got 2 Minis. I used to have, how many did we have? 4?
Yeah, 5, I think.
Yeah, something crazy. He's always been my prettiest Mini, but he's also my slowest. This thing will not get out of its own way because it's only got the 850. So that's why when we came to this event in Idaho, it's going to be a trailer. People are going to tease me for bringing it over in a trailer. Say, why didn't you drive it? Because we left Washington 3 days ago, and if we were driving this, I might be halfway here, assuming it didn't just blow up.
That's what you were saying. Yeah.
So here he is.
It's a great looking car.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I'm here at the show, Mini Meet in the Park for 2021. And so this is the second day. Today is just the car show. Some people might go out and drive later, but it's actually pretty cool. It's a really nice small group this year. With COVID and all that fun stuff, it made things a little difficult. Also, there's a lot of forest fires going on here. We joke that we brought in some London fog for the show, for authenticity, for purity's sake, and that's just not the case. Let me turn the camera around and you can see what I'm talking about. All right, so you can see this. We believe the smoke is from Lake Tahoe, and it's pretty rough. Anyways, let me turn around here. There's some of the vehicles that we were towing with, and you can see the cars here. We had a couple guys. We have a Triumph, and that's a Morris over there, and then, we have all the minis and binnies and all that fun stuff, and hopefully, weather permitting, let me turn this around again. Hopefully, weather permitting, we'll be able to go out for a drive and really enjoy it, get some good shots and all that fun stuff. So we'll see what happens. I'm going to be interviewing some of the people about their cars, and hopefully we'll learn some stuff. We'll see how many people we can get to talk to me. Vicky,
Hi.
how are you doing?
Good.
That's good. I see that you have a Mini here. What year is it?
It's a 2021. It's a Patty Hopkirk edition.
Okay, so super special.
Super special. They only made 237 of them for the United States.
Okay.
And it's a 7-speed automatic with a dual clutch.
Oh, nice. So it shifts pretty quick.
Yep, it's great. It's a wonderful car. This is my third Mini. I have a 2003
Okay.
hardtop, and they're all S's. And then I also have a 2005 convertible.
Yeah.
And but I love this one.
Yeah.
And then we love to travel in our Mini. So
Yeah.
we've been to several Mini Takes the States.
Awesome.
And we're from California, and we belong to NorCal Minis. So we're a director. My boyfriend Mick Brown, who's also he has 4 Minis.
Yeah.
So we have a whole collection.
Your own club of your own.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's awesome. Well, cool. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you, and this is a great event. We wanted to come out, and I've never been to Idaho before. I've been to, now this makes 36 states, so
That's awesome.
this is a beautiful event, and I love being around the old classics as well.
Awesome. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And your name is?
Jim.
Jim. It's nice to meet you, Jim. And what can you tell me about your Morris here?
Wait, this is a 69 Morris,
Okay.
right-hand drive.
Okay.
So it actually came from England. It wasn't made for the U.S. market like most of them are.
Okay.
It's called a Traveler, is the style.
Okay, because it has
because of the wood on the back.
Okay.
And the wood is actually structural. It actually supports the car.
Impressive.
And so I bought this about 4 years ago.
Okay.
And totally redid it, the wood and the metal and the whole thing. So labor of love, So,
Oh, I definitely understand.
and usually I drive it around town a lot. It's not a heavy road car, It doesn't get up to speed very easily. But it's fun to drive. It gets a lot of luck, especially with a dog hanging out the window. Most people think it's a real dog. But
Yeah,
it's
that's the
not.
first thing I noticed. I was like, wow, that dog is staying rather still.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's very, very well behaved. Yeah. So,
Awesome.
yeah, it's quite fun.
So is it safe? I noticed it says minor 1000, so it's a 1000 cc.
It's actually a 1098 is
Okay.
what motor they have in the earlier ones. I have a 59 Morris convertible,
Okay.
and it has a 948, and that's when they started using 1000 when they had the 948 cc motor. But then they upgraded to the 1098 in about 62, I think. So.
Okay. And how did you become a Morris fanatic,
Well,
enthusiast?
Probably because of the wood.
Yeah.
I'm a better woodworker than I am a metal worker. So
Yeah.
for my first project, I wanted something that I could do the wood on.
Okay. Is this your first?
This was my first. I've done 2 others cars since then,
Okay.
and another one now on the rotisserie. So it's an addiction.
As they all
I'm
are.
sure, just like the many people.
Yes.
once you get the first one, you start, well, I better have another one. And do I have room for a third?
We can always make room.
That's right. So, it just happens.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Jim, for taking
Thank
the
you.
time to talk to me for a
All
couple
right.
minutes there.
Thank you.
Thank you. How's it going, Sarah?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. Can you tell me? I speak Spanish, apparently. All right, we'll go get it ready.
Okay.
And what's your name?
My name is Sarah Byers.
Okay, and this is your Mini.
Yes.
What year is it?
It's a 1985.
Okay. What motor do you have in it?
I have the 998 cc's, so almost a liter.
Yeah, almost there.
Yeah, almost a liter.
What got you into minis?
Actually, it's kind of funny. Mr. Bean. When I was about 10 years old, I saw an episode with the car, and I'm
Yeah.
like, that's my car. And I knew as soon as I saw it, I just had to have one. So when about 7 years ago, one became available in the Boise Valley. It was actually a mountain home. And I just fell in love with her, and I bought her out of impulse, actually. But, it was a great learning experience. And
Yeah.
I'm about 7 years ago. So, yeah, I've loved her ever since.
So, you saw Mr. Bean as a child.
I
You're like,
did.
that's the one I gotta
It's
have.
the car.
Yeah.
Yep.
You didn't like his Citroen at all that he drove in? They're ugly, anyways. Minis are
Or
much
the
better.
Robins. I
Yeah.
mean,
Who
there's a
drives?
reason why they push them to the side, right?
Exactly. They fall over.
They're cute cars. Don't get me wrong. but-
Minis are good because they have
Yes.
4 wheels.
Yes.
Okay, so this is your first one.
Yes, this is my first Mini, and I've always wanted a classic. I could have bought a new one, but it's just the classic was the look. This is the car.
Right.
So, yeah.
So what have you done to this car?
What have I done? Well, about 3 months after I purchased it, I had a needle bearing go out in my transmission on the what they call British term. I think it's a lay gear, and then American term, I think it's called the transfer gear. And so I did dissect the whole thing. I pulled the engine out. I was like scared to do it, but my dad's like, just do it. There's nothing you can hurt on it, right?
Mhm.
So I took it all apart, and my brother helped me put the transmission back together
Mhm.
because he's a motorcycle mechanic. But basically, I've gone through the entire transmission in this car and put it back together, and I've gone through all the brakes as well. So because
You got to
rusty
stop
brakes,
sometimes.
You got to stop, yeah.
Well,
So
awesome.
that's
Do you have
what I've
any?
done to it.
Do you have any plans for it down the road?
Just drive her,
Yeah.
get her like 100% operational for a daily driver. That's my goal. So,
That's That's
yeah.
a pretty reasonable goal, I would
Yeah,
say.
you have cars to drive, right?
Yeah.
So might as well have fun with them and drive.
Cool. And what do you think of the event so far?
Oh yeah, it's been fun. It's been great, like seeing the different kinds of minis, the different people that come with them. Like it's just meeting people from, I'm gonna say all over the world because a lot of people have originated from other countries. Like we have people from France here, we have people from England, we have people from
Germany.
Germany, yeah, and then local people from Idaho. It's really kind of neat to see like this mesh of people come together with different interests with the commonality of minis. So I mean, it's really fun.
That's awesome to hear. Well, thank you for your time.
Yeah, you're welcome.
birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Jeremy. Happy birthday to you.